Okay, this is Rani Ahmed with you. This is lesson 11 in TCL programming, and it's about control flow, the command switch. Now, before we go through switch, if I use the this logic, okay, by which we have an if statement and many if statements, a number of statements, and there is one and only one variable which I'm using to check on it and say what do I want to do when, for example, x is 1 or 1, or if x is 2 or x is 3 or whatever. Okay, so it's just one variable and I'm checking on it what should I do with it, okay, according to its value. Now if you look at the code, okay, it's very ugly. Every time if blah, and too many parentheses and things like this, that's too ugly to read. So that's why we have the command named switch. And here, this piece of code, the highlighted one, is switch. Now our program will in this example will give me a menu of names. Okay, each name has a number which I should use to enter it and input it to the program so I can get the information about it. Okay, and there is always a while loop, so it will let me always repeat this repeat the selection. Okay, so it can tell me about any other person. So now the menu is written as such, which is puts and new line, no new line, sorry, and I'm writing on the same line, okay, but I'm putting a /n between each entry so they will look like this. Okay, and why did I use a new line? So gets here, the read from keyboard will be at the prompt here, at the place where Ctrl C is pressed. Okay, at this place. So I repeat it. See, so the prompt is here. It's not here down before below the number 4. Okay, so this is how our program will go. So I'm gonna say, for example, my information based on the number I select. So it's based on the number I select, which is as long as here, while the select values, the select which I read from keyboard, okay, is less than 6 and greater than 1, okay, it will go through this and see what is select now. If it is 1, okay, goes to this one. If it is 4, it goes to this one. 2 goes to this one. Okay, now I have 5 and 6. What have I done with 5 and 6? And 5 and 6 aren't there. So if select finds it as 5 and 6, okay, or anything other than 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, it will go by default to this one. Okay, now I have made here some kind of limitation which is between 1 and 6, but the default, if the while was not there, it will select anything else, okay, will mean anything else which is anything other than 1, 2, 3, 4, it will go to this line, to the default. So the default of my selection okay, is anything other than what I mentioned in my selection. So I put the value of select, okay, and what will happen according to this value. What will happen according to this value, to number 2, for example, okay. When it's 2, what will happen here? It will say Nada is Rani's cousin. So this is how my program works. So if I say number 1, it will print Rani is a teacher, and it will repeat because I put a while loop and ask the student, or the user, sorry, the user, what's your next select. Okay, so it will go, now select is red, okay, and as long as it's between 1 and 6, it will go through the switch command again. So if I selected 7, okay, it will say end of program and bye. Okay, so that's the program, and this is how select works. So if it's you select a piece of code, okay, out of one piece of code out of many, depending on the value that is provided, okay. And that's all about this topic.